was the year of incredibly late sequels that did extremely well. But that was because you had some talented directors making those movies. But Independence Day Resurgence is a movie that everybody forgets. Independence Day is one of the most beloved movies of all time. It is one of the most remembered movies of all time. It is considered a classic 4th of July movie for many Americans. And it's also considered one of Roland Emmerich's greatest movies. I described the first movie, V. But Independence Day Resurgence, why do people forget its sequel? Yes, Independence Day got a sequel in 2016. I think the reason why this movie is forgotten is that it was made way too late. This movie was made way too late, and that hurt the movie. It also didn't release it on 4th of July, even though Independence Day was a 4th of July movie, fighting back against an alien invasion. And as much as some people like to hate the first Independence Day, it is still a beloved classic for millions of Americans, and people worldwide, actually. But its sequel doesn't exist. So this movie is just another typical blockbuster movie. And 2016 was a pretty bad year, just like 2017 for blockbuster movies. Yes, you had, your Marvel movies that came out, but Marvel was really the only one immune to this blockbuster curse as well. And Independence Day Resurgence was just seen as an unnecessary sequel. And when the movie actually came out, people more and more see this movie as just a pointless sequel. Cool. This movie is so bad that you can really buy this movie with the first Independence Day for the same price as both of them combined, because nobody likes this movie. Basically, the aliens also at the very end reveal what they are, and basically, at the very end, they defeated the aliens, and basically the aliens lose, due to plot armor. Also, the new characters are utterly forgettable. And all the scenes and rides are not as memorable as the first movie. This movie is just an utterly forgettable movie that was made just to make money. And now, Disney owns Independence Day, which means Disney could theoretically make a third movie. But I think even Disney wants to stay away from Independence movie after how bad this movie was. This is easily one of the worst movies of 2016, and that's no exaggeration. For example, this was the year that the Ghostbusters 2016 movie came out, the Suicide Squad movie, and then you had Norman the North. I think Norman the North either came out in 2016 or 2017. You had the Assassin's Creed movie, a lot of very bad movies. And I think you also had Norman the North come out in 2016. I could be wrong. But yeah, 2016 had a lot of very bad movies. And a lot of forgettable movies as well. Including, these were some of a lot of these movies that they actually put out here were pretty bad. But some of them were just overhated. But I think did North come out in 2016? I will go. Yeah, Norman the North did come out in 2016, and no one listed as one of the worst movies of the year. That's surprising. But yeah, Independence Day Resurgence is just another boring ass blockbuster movie. That's what it really is. Similar to a movie like Hunter Killer, Captain Marvel, and The Last Jedi, Independence Day Resurgence was just boring. The first movie was so fun to watch because all the characters worked together. They were all good characters. Yes, it was cheesy, but all the characters were memorable and good. None of these new characters are even good or memorable. It's kind of like the new Alien movies. They just suck. Why were they just made? Again, bringing back classic sci-fi movies is not a bad thing as well. For example, Avatar finally got a sequel and made $2.1 billion. Puss in Boots got a sequel and that made around $340 million at the current moment as well. And also, Top Gun Maverick made $1.5 billion. But I think the difference between those movies and Independence Day Resurgence is the talent behind that movie. James Cameron personally is making the Avatar sequels, not some lowlife that that no one has heard of. And the original director who made Independence Day, Roland Emmerich, made this movie. It's just, why does this movie exist? What was the point of this movie? Also, it doesn't explain, the part of this movie does explain that, why the movie took so long to make because it takes place 20 years after the first movie. But just like the fourth Matrix, what was the point of a second Independence Day movie? Also, to make it a second Twister movie. Like, why? And, you know, it's kind of like the Zod sequels. They're not as good as the original, definitely. And they were very unnecessary. But back in the day, I think the reason why they made the Zod sequels was simply because they knew Zod was so successful. Independence Day was a movie that never got a sequel until 2016. And Independence Day a sequel was really just not good. The CGI was also laughed at and made fun of for a $165 million budget movie. It was just not a good movie. And yeah, you had the ugly CGI aliens as well, which was ugh. What the fuck are these? Okay, they're the ripoff of the Xenomorph. Like why? These are the aliens in the first movie. They look like knockoff Xenomorphs. Okay, literally knockoff Xenomorphs. Okay, they're called the Harvesters. That's basically the aliens of the movie, as well. So overall, this movie is extremely forgettable, extremely pointless, and extremely bad. And that's why you probably forgot Independence Day even got a sequel. It's just not a good movie, as well. Well, so overall, just don't watch this movie. It is not a good movie. Unless you really want to see what happens after Independence Day. But again, there was no point because the first movie, the humans won against the aliens. It was a big victory. It was a good movie. And the aliens were treated. What was the point? It's just, it's the same things over and over in this movie. You know, and also besides being a pointless movie, the writing and stuff was very bad in this movie as well. The plot was bad. It's just this movie was just a very pointless movie. And I think when this movie came out, people and the theaters agreed, and this movie kind of flopped in the theaters as well. So yeah, overall, this movie was unnecessary. And I think they're hoping that with this movie, they'll start a new franchise with this movie, where the aliens come back every 5 years to try to kill humanity. But overall, thank God some movies flop. When I didn't know anything about movies, I was like, why is there no one watching the new Independence Day movie? I made a lot of money in the past, but then you realize how bad the movie really is, and then the movie is just completely bad. So yeah, overall, Independence Day was so. This is a very pointless and unnecessary movie. And that's probably why you forgot Independence Day Resurgence. But yeah, now I'm reminding you about Independence Day Resurgence as well. What other movies that you think are forgettable that you want me to cover in this series of forgettable movies as well? So overall, that is basically about Independence Day Resurgence. Have you seen this movie? Or have you not seen this movie? I bet you probably haven't because the movie bombed at the box office. But that's basically this video. Goodbye.